The Lieutenant Governor, Senator Jack Reed, and the Rhode Island Bar Association have joined the chorus of criticism over ICE wrongly detaining a high school intern outside Providence Superior Court.
It happened while demonstrators were at the courthouse demanding the Rhode Island judiciary expand access to virtual court hearings to stop ICE from detaining people at courthouses. 12 News reporter Ethan Logue spoke to a law expert today who weighed the pros and cons of making court hearings virtual. Ethan?
Shannon, Mike, at that very same protest yesterday, numerous speakers pointed out that the state has held court hearings virtually in the past, as was the case during the COVID-19 pandemic. Still, law experts say some challenges could arise if all court hearings are held online rather than in person. A high school student who was a Superior Court intern wrongfully detained by ICE in Providence Thursday afternoon. Superior Court Judge Joseph McBurney having to intervene and tell agents that they had the wrong person, and eventually the intern was released. A witness to the incident says it's yet another example as to why virtual court hearings are needed now more than ever.
It made it absolutely imperative that we continue to fight for virtual court hearings so that people aren't caught up in this situation again.
While the student was being detained, a short distance away, protesters had gathered calling on state leaders to make court hearings virtual to help protect people from being detained by ICE. Law experts say there are some cases where virtual hearings make sense, especially for those in fear of being detained by ICE agents when they show up to a courthouse.
The benefit generally is the access to justice issue. This group of individuals certainly fits, I think, within the kind of group we're talking about when we're trying to make it easier for people to access our justice system.
However, Yelnowski adds there are some cons to moving all court hearings to be done virtually.
There have been some challenges to the use of remote hearings, or at least remote testimony. In that context, constitutional challenges, that confrontation clause requires face-to-face ability to cross-examine individuals.
Governor McKee also weighing in on the topic of virtual court hearings in the aftermath of Thursday's incident. McKee saying in a statement that I fully support the judiciary's commitment to enhance access to virtual hearings and promote safe access to the courts.
It's extremely shameful that yesterday had to happen to convince them that virtual court hearings were necessary. But that being said, I think that it is their responsibility now to follow up those words with action.
And we reached out to ICE Boston both yesterday and today for a comment on the calls to make virtual court hearings more easily accessible statewide, but we have not yet heard back. Reporting in the studio, Ethan Logue, 12 News.